wish more couples would do if they want to see change in their marriage is start asking questions that induce change. Earlier in our marriage, I would insist that my husband answer these 2 questions every day. What's something that I did today that you didn't like? And what's something I did today that you did like? And I would answer those questions for him, he would answer those questions for me. And it taught us. We were just like in a state of learning. Oh, okay, well, let me not do that anymore. Whereas if we didn't lay that out in an open conversation with prompted questions, we might not have shared that information with each other. You know, I didn't always tell my husband that I didn't like something that he did. So when being asked that every night, he would be getting that feedback constantly. But not just what we didn't like. Notice that we said also, what's something that you did like that I did today? So it's a good balance of do less of this and do more of this. We're getting conviction and we're also getting affirmation, all in the same. But it's helpful information, especially if you use the information and you don't it's not just in one ear and out the other. But I think we apply so much data and analytics to our jobs and other stuff, social media, algorithms, like we're studying everything else, but we're not studying our spouse. How can you study your spouse if you're not getting new information about them? Are you still basing your information off of them from 10 years ago? Some things might have changed. Get new information, adapt to the information. Apply the knowledge. Don't just suck up all the knowledge and do nothing with it. Apply the knowledge. And you guys should get better and better and better, just a little inkling at a time, and you can look back a year from now and be like, man, we've grown a lot in this past year. Another exercise could be something called honesty hour, where you guys talk for an hour, being super honest, super vulnerable, probably more vulnerable than you normally are, and there are no repercussions with what is said in that hour. Me and my husband used to do this before we were married. And it was such a good way to just get things out without worrying about what the other person might say or like what consequences there might be, or is this gonna change how they think of me? It's just a good way to foster healthy communication and trust. Another exercise I would say is shut up. No, is to be slow to talk. We are so, I think we're wired to be so quick-witted and just so defensive and just like throwing daggers back and forth at each other that we don't think about what we say until it's too late, and you can't really take words back. All words have some kind of meaning, whether you were joking or not, or whether you only said it because you were angry or not. All words have some kind of truth to them. And so once you say it, the other person knows the truth that is lying underneath those words. So pause before you speak and think about what you want to say before you speak. Even if that means leaving the conversation, saying like, let's talk about this later. But let's revisit this conversation later. I'm getting a little heated, getting a little emotional. I don't really want to have this discussion while I'm emotional and heated, because then it's going to turn into an argument. And I want to be able to hear you out so that we can come to a solution and not just be up here yelling at each other, not listening. Take some time away, go ponder your thoughts, gather yourself, and then come back to the conversation. When you get in the habit of thinking about what you're going to say and how you're going to say it, your tone, your delivery, the implications, what you might be implying, you train yourself to be more intentional with your words. My husband and I, we've been married 11 years. We have rarely fought. Usually when we have a disagreement, it's a discussion. We don't argue. We trained ourselves a long time ago to not go into conversations up here. We stay down here, and if we come even up to here, you know what, let's have this conversation later. So all of our conversations are right here, and there's plenty of listening, and it's just smooth and easy, and I wish everyone's conflict resolution was right here. But that started with learning how to not talk when we shouldn't. If my husband needs space to go be alone before we visit a conversation, I give him that space. I don't nag him about it. And vice versa, if I need the same space, or if he can tell I need the space before I even know I need the space, he'll be like, let's talk about this later. And I submit to him and respect that. If you guys want more marital advice, make sure you subscribe. My husband is on here as well. He has lots of videos for the men and for the husbands. Hope you guys enjoyed. Bye.